welcome back to episode 9 of the Brothers of Troy podcast. We are the Brothers of Troy. This is my brother.
Yep.
And this is your boy AJ. Let's get this episode started. Got some new sound effects, got some new things going on. We're just playing around here. But USC played Nebraska this week. In our, let's see, we got how many more games left?
4
more. So this is what, now we're 7-2.
We got Northwestern, Iowa, friggin' Bukla.
Yeah. So, yeah.
In that order.
Yes, exactly in that order. You are correct. Well, first of all, let's talk about this. What's your thoughts on that blackout Nebraska did?
Well, disclaimer, I didn't even really know anybody watching, I did not watch the game at all except for maybe here and there. So I kind of had to rewatch it, but I didn't even know they were wearing blackout until when I first put on the game when I was watching the Dodger game. Where I didn't know why they were doing the blackout thing. I had no clue why they were doing it, but the jersey looks sick. I'm not gonna lie. Shout out to Nebraska. Those jerseys look fire. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, apparently it was highly requested amongst the team for this game. I guess I don't know what the reason was, but But yeah, like most Angelinos, like my brother said, most Angelinos were not probably watching this game because we did play on the same day as Game 7. So, I mean, don't get me wrong. I had it on the YouTube TV dual screen when I was out in by my friend's house. Fun fact, his mom is actually from Nebraska, so we were kind of watching the game together. And she pulled up in her Nebraska hat. And, there's no hard feelings there. She understood. But, yeah, we had the game going. I mean, most Angelinos had both games going. So hence why we're a little late, because we had to rewatch it so we can give a full breakdown for you guys. But SC ended up winning 21-17. Somehow, some way, we found a way to pull it out in the fourth quarter.
Hey, it's like the Dodgers. When there's a will, there's a way. Shout out Will Smith.
Yeah, it was just crazy energy overall. SC won, Dodgers won. Just a great day to be in LA, man. It's just a great LA day, great LA sports day.
Yeah.
So,
100%.
Yeah, that blackout, in my personal opinion, it looked weird. It kind of first, I'm just was so used to Nebraska wearing their red and all red, but seeing it blacked out at night, it kind of looked weird in my personal opinion. But yeah, I guess they needed any excuse to try to beat us, but they're still pretty bad against ranked teams. So SC went in there, got the job done, and there's nothing really much to say after that, man.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
We're going to start this breakdown process right now. And personally, let's start. There's a lot of things that I noticed in this game. It was a slow-paced kind of game, in my personal opinion. Kind of like your classic Big Ten game, running the football. Not too much passing from both sides, to be honest. But yeah, classic Big Ten game.
Yeah. I don't expect this game against Northwestern to be that way, but this game was a classic Big Ten. Probably due to the weather as well, because it was raining. I didn't notice that.
I didn't notice it was raining.
It was raining a little bit.
It didn't look like it on the TV, and when I rewatched it, it didn't look like it. But if you say so.
Well, I could be wrong. I don't know. Maybe it was a different game. I don't remember. To be
that just goes to show
Dude,
how much we were locked into the Dodgers.
Listen, I'm just going to say this right now. I have to shout that out because that is probably one of the greatest games I've ever seen in my entire life as someone who's played baseball and someone who's watched baseball their entire life. That is the greatest game I have ever seen in my lifetime. And there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So that's why I rewatched the game Uh, I I will say this about we just start slow. It just
Yeah,
looks like these past few weeks we start so slow and then we got to dig ourselves out of a hole.
yeah,
So
it's not good so far. I mean, first drive, let's break that down. First two drives, I think 3 and out. They stopped
yeah,
us.
and, well, yeah. I mean, really, other than our run game, our offense didn't really play that great.
No, they didn't.
We and our defense. I mean, they started out slow as well, but they stepped it up big
Yeah.
time.
Oh yeah.
Got some stops when we needed to, and that's see because here's the thing. The problem is we cannot start slow against a team like Oregon. You start slow, that's you have to really dig deep to win that game.
Yeah.
So, and
Yeah. I mean,
so
Oregon's a few weeks away right now. We just really got to
I'm just
focus
saying.
on.
No, I'm just saying, bro. Like you have to you. This is the good thing about the breakdown. You have to use that and say, okay, yes, they are a few weeks away, but the main goal that the main thing is everybody knows you cannot start like that. So starting this week against Northwestern, you start fast, you start quick, you build up momentum so that when you get to Oregon, you don't dig yourself in a hole like you did against Nebraska. And honestly, I don't know if we pull out the dub if Dylan Raiola's in the game. I think he
He,
just makes a big difference.
he does. I mean, I have it in one of my talking points that yeah, it once Raiola went down with that injury, Anthony Lucas landed on his ankle. Surprisingly, luckily for Raiola, he didn't snap or break his ankle, kind of like Scadaboo, because that's literally what the tackle was like. And so shout out. I mean, not really shout out, but like prayers up to Raiola that he escaped a massive
Dude, don't
injury.
don't talk to me about Cam. I had to drop him in my fantasy. That's so hard. Fuck.
That's besides the point, anyways. But yes, I agree with you.
Just telling you.
I agree with what you had said earlier that we do have to build up and finishing drives in the first few drives. We can't always just go 3 and out. We got to get some momentum and not start from behind. That's just been the problem all season. I mean, if you guys watch back every episode, we kind of like say that we always start slow, and we have to come from behind, which is it's good, but it's also
It's
bad
different
at
in
the same time.
football. It's different in football. You can't. It's a different type of momentum. I've only played 1 year football, but even the year that I played, I could understand that you start slow, you dig yourself in that hole. It's gonna take you. It seems like you're gonna have to make leaps and bounds to try to get back even a little bit of momentum, and that's something that you don't want. And then especially when you play against great teams, that you're not gonna have the success rate you think if you start slow all the time.
Exactly.
So going into next week, you start quick, then you just build it up, and we'll take it from there.
Yep.
But
Keeping on the offensive side of the ball, what were your thoughts on these fourth down calls?
uh, well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I really don't like most of Lincoln's fourth down calls at all.
I,
Uh,
I could agree.
I mean,
There's a
I mean, we
couple.
call we call it inside zone on like 4th and 3 or
That was the
whatever that.
second fourth down, yeah, for this game.
It,
And then the
uh,
first fourth down was that weird formation.
golly, man, Lincoln. I mean, listen, dude. At the end of the day, it's 4th and 3. Pass the ball. Everybody knows you're gonna pass. Just if you're gonna do something creative, do it with a pass. Don't do it with a run.
I think also we just got to like spread the box a little, man. Like we can
And when
I don't know. I just personally from like the quarterback perspective in my mind, I think spreading the box makes it a lot more easier. We could use RPOs. We have a whole bunch of different scenarios. I'm pretty sure Lincoln has dialed up on his play sheet for fourth downs, but for some reason, since last week the Notre Dame game, this week, actually not last week, we had a bye last week. I'm sorry, 2 weeks ago, the Notre Dame game, and this week, I think he just picks the shittiest ones on his freaking play call sheet. But I don't know.
listen, here's my thoughts on a 4th down. If you're gonna run, if listen, Do not go for it on 4th down if you're going to call an inside zone on 4th and 3. Do not go for it on 4th down and you run a freaking RPO screen on 4th and 5. That's the type of calls that he calls on 4th down in crucial moments, and we don't need that. I don't need an RPO screen on 4th and 5.
Yeah, we got to just do better.
Might as well just kick the field goal at that point if you're that close. Like there's no reason, and if you're close in the game, there's no reason for you. Like, look, I will say the trick plays that we have been running are beautiful, except for the one that was the
Notre Dame game one, yeah.
But most of them have been called at a perfect time. Speaking of, they called the trick play that worked out in our favor. That same play kind of reverse flea flicker. Jayden throws the ball for like 40, 50 yards down the field.
Yeah, to Jaden Richardson.
Yeah, so I think listen, just write different 4th down calls, man. Yeah, I mean, I was texting with Mike. We were texting with my cousin in the chat, and I saw that 4th. I happened to actually see that 4th and 3 play while I was at the bar watching the Dodger game, and I was watching it on my phone. I said to myself, "What the fuck was that?" And then my friend looked over. He was like, "Dude, what are you doing?" I was like, "Dude, I'm looking at this fucking SC, and this guy just called." But this guy just called a 4th and 3 inside zone. I don't get it. Just I don't understand.
Yeah, it kind of has this effect when we see some horrible. This is all the SC fans. We've been
seeing it for years, dude. We've been seeing it for like 2-3 years, bro. The same stupid 4th down call.
Yeah, it's that cricket effect that I just played right now. Every SC fan has like, really? Just pure silence after we get stuffed and don't convert. But anyways, what's your thoughts on the defense? I personally, let me start off with this one. I also think right now we have a major weakness ahead of us. Hopefully, I don't know what Nebraska. I don't know what Northwestern looks like, right? They're a good team still, right? I don't even know what their record is.
They're solid.
Don't care to look. They gave Nebraska a hard time. They were up, and Nebraska came back to beat them.
But they beat Penn State. I mean, it's unreal.
Yeah, that's besides the point right now. But let's.
I'm telling you, you're right. Listen, hey, bro, they beat Penn State, dog.
Yes, they did, but Penn State has been this is just a horrible season for them. But I don't really want to talk about Penn State right now. What I really wanted to talk about was the major issue that I have been noticing these last few games. All right, Notre Dame, we cannot stop the run. Okay, this week we kind of stopped the run. I mean, but in the first half we could not stop the run to save our life, man. This guy was running all over us. I don't even know what his stats were, to be honest, how many yards he had, the running back for Nebraska, but it's the same thing over and over again.
No, I don't know, man. Listen, Dan, you got to mix up some play calls, especially if we're not going to get pressure from our front four. So you got to stack the box. You got to do something. And for whatever reason, like when he was the defensive coordinator at UCLA, their run defense and pass defense were both excellent. So why that our run defense is bad, I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't know what it is either.
I thought it would be better with Danton Lynn. And even our pass defense is all right. It's not that great either. I mean, we force a lot of turnovers, but, I mean, it's just, look, we can't, see, here's the thing. We can't stop the run. And then if you can't stop the run, you can definitely not stop the pass because now they'll just run play action or some deep plays over the middle.
It's the same thing every week is what I feel like. You know, we can't really stop the run, and then we're playing these zone soft coverages that, you know, quick little out routes, routes.
I'm gonna say this, right? That's what I'm saying. I'm saying these soft coverages are not good. They may work against a team like Northwestern. They're not going to work against a team like Oregon. Just not going to happen.
Yeah, but the main thing is what I was thinking with stopping this run. When we come to play Iowa, homecoming game, the 12:30 game. Iowa always
12:30.
Yeah, it's at 12:30.
Okay. Not bad. I actually prefer that. Not gonna lie, so I have the rest of the day to chill. I
But
prefer that.
yeah, no, it's just that's my worry. I've seen with my own eyes, back out here in my town that I live in, Iowa, run the ball over SC. I don't want to see it again next 2 weeks from now. Okay, because the stat line for Emmett Johnson is crazy. 29 carries for 165 yards and one
Emmett
touchdown.
Johnson is the Nebraska running back.
Yes, he is the Nebraska running back.
Hey man, shout out to him too. Well, hey bro, you played a great game, but tripped over your quarterback's foot.
Hey, yeah,
That's
he kind of
unfortunate.
did. I mean,
But
if
but we
Royolo's
were
in that,
gonna.
they probably get that first down.
Well, actually, I looked at it again. No, somebody was there. They would have stopped him.
No, Anthony, if you looked at the overhead, he would have got that first down. We had someone there, but he was not in a position to make the tackle. In my personal opinion, he was not in the position.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter. He tripped.
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
say that saved us
you.
big time.
Unfortunately for you. Fortunately for us.
Yeah,
Uh,
so I mean, not a lot for us to really talk about. Our offense wasn't clicking. Our stars weren't. A lot of
no, no,
drops.
hold on, hold on,
A
hold on,
lot
hold
of
on.
drops.
Hold on. Let me say something other than the drops, man. Now I see why Jayden Maiava is not a Heisman candidate.
He was looking pretty good to start the season. Right now, they said it on the broadcast. He's been playing a little. I don't know how to say it. He's just been a lot of turnovers these last few games.
So pros and cons of what Jaden's doing right now. And the pro just really started in regards to his last few games. The pro, he would pass the ball great against Notre Dame. The only problem was that one interception. But in regards to what including the Notre Dame, the problem I see with Jaden is severely underthrowing the ball. Like if Tanook has to come over here to catch the ball that should have been here, because he should have had a touchdown with Tanook.
Yeah,
Well,
that
at
one
least
that he beat him off the line, and well,
when
Jaden
I
threw
was
that up
watching
pretty
that,
early,
like,
to be honest. So
yeah, he did throw it up and he threw it off his back foot.
yeah, that's the one thing I will say from a quarterback. I have noticed a lot of his throws, and this is what leads to why, as what you're saying, is underthrown. A lot of his throws have been off the back foot. And when you're off the back foot, throwing the ball off the back foot, for people who don't know what that term means, it's basically you're not going to have enough power behind the football. You know, it's like throwing off balance. You don't have enough power, you don't have enough zip, and it leads to inaccuracy issues.
Yeah, you don't have any momentum
Yes.
because because you're not stepping into your throw. You're just throwing flat-footed instead of stepping in and throwing. And because if you step in, it'll create that momentum for you that you need to have that zip, to have that power on the throw you need, or touch, whatever you need.
Yeah, it's very playing quarterback is a very
Listen, I don't know how
difficult
people
position.
do it. I don't know how you did it, brother. When you were what 6'1", $130. I don't know how you did it, but I still don't know how people do it. I wouldn't do it if I played football. I'd be a tight end, to be honest.
It's a difficult position to play, but it takes.
But here's the thing. So one pro I'll say about Jaden this week that I did see. Listen, we could utilize him that way. The way we kind of like bring in Hassan sometimes just to run the ball. If we can get that Jaden to where if he sees nothing
and
just
run.
go.
Thank you. I was literally gonna freaking say that.
Just if you see grass and nobody's open, run.
He had a couple opportunities this game to do that, and he didn't do that. He chucked that one incomplete pass to Mackay.
Listen, you're not Randall Cunningham, buddy. Just freaking go down there and make your plays. That's all you gotta do. Play within your limits. You're a great quarterback, dude. Believe in your skill set. Use your legs.
Yeah.
If you have grass, just take off. you're
Amen.
not like
Amen to that. That's
you're not
100% what
yeah, yeah.
Lincoln needs to tell him. Like, I don't need you to make all these perfect throws. Like, be smart. If you ain't got
Look,
nothing and you got a lot of green grass, go get 5, 6 yards.
yeah, and you're not the OG Arch Manning, bro. Arch Manning was like the
All right.
OG
Don't be
of like what
comparing him to players that are
no, no,
not
no,
in
no,
this
no,
time,
no,
bro. Just
no,
let
I'm
him
not.
settle as who
No,
he is.
no, 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 that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, bro, just play within yourself. Don't be like, don't
Exactly.
think like like you're somebody. That's why I had to bring up like Arch's grandfather, because dude, running for his life at the time and made the plays. Now that's what I'm saying. If you,
Yes,
that's a
but
different
both of
skill
us were
set.
not alive to see Arch Manning play.
Hey, but I did watch his highlights. The guy was a
You can
dog.
watch highlights,
But
but we were not alive to see him play.
either way, it doesn't matter.
But with
Look,
that,
here's the thing.
go ahead.
Either way, my thing is just that, right? You kind of have to look at it like that, because if you don't, because that's what these people tend to play like, right? Like you look at the Michael Vicks, the Randall Cunninghams, you see what they did, and then there you see other people try to play out of their comfort zone and think that they're almighty.
Oh,
That's the thing I don't like about
I'm all
Jaden.
blurry. Sorry,
I
chat.
don't.
I'm all
That's the
blurry,
one thing I
guys.
don't. That's the one thing I don't like about dude. He'll like run around in a circle and then just throw up a 50-yard heave, not even look where he's throwing. Dude, it's just we can't
Yeah, he's
have
did
that.
that. He's did that Notre Dame game. I think he did a little bit of that this game. One just compare it to the most recent quarterbacks we've had. Okay, Caleb knew when to run.
You're
Okay.
not Lamar Jackson. You're
Okay,
not. You're
let's
not.
stop that. Let's just compare him to what the quarterbacks that we have had in our system. Stop comparing him to an NFL quarterback who is already like seasoned, has grown, has all this opportunity, has played so many games. Okay,
I'm not
he
comparing.
played
I'm
a
just
lot of
saying you're
football
not.
at UNLV. Didn't really play until half the season last year, and
Either
then
way,
this
either
year he's
way.
got a full start, almost another half of the season. So if you look at his USC timeline, he's only played for like a full year. Okay, so you can only really compare him to the quarterbacks that we have had within the Lincoln Riley's era of USC football. Don't compare him to NFL quarterbacks because he's nowhere near their level of play style. So just keep it within the SC fam. But with that being said, like it was just a horrible day from Jacoby. I mean, Makai didn't even have that many yards, bro. Like it was just for some reason, as we said in the beginning of the show, this offense could not get clicking for whatever reason. I guess it's also because I didn't know Nebraska's pass defense is number 2 in the Big Ten.
That's wild. That makes sense.
So,
But
but yeah, not much to really pick out here. It's hard to talk about a very slow game for one. Went all the way down to the wire. Took us fourth quarter. Shout out to the defense for stepping up in the second half because they played a lot better than what they did in the first half. You're a little too close to the viewers, man. You're kind of getting too personal with them. They don't want to see you that close. But any other thing you want to wrap up on this game? We can chop it up a little bit on that. If you have nothing to say, we could talk about this upcoming game of Northwestern.
I think we're good. We already know what we got to do against Northwestern. Go out there and dominate. They're a good team. Nothing against them, but you just got to come out and play your best ball, play your best football.
Yeah, I mean it's a short week for us, so it's kind of like
I mean, like, go ahead.
No, I did not know what I was gonna say.
Yeah, well, I'll just say, hey, let's get into the game ballers and just wrap it up because I know we don't really have much to talk about this game, and a lot of it, like I said, was taken away because of the Dodger game. Sorry, big sports family here, so.
Yes, one thing I will say before we go into the game ballers, I know this Friday's game is going to be not that many SC fans. So, that being said, all the SC fans that are going, we need that Michigan energy. We need that, that Michigan energy for this Northwestern game, because if you see my bro over here, if we're sleeping, if SC fans are sleeping like he just is right now, we might get upset.
I'm tired, bro.
I understand. So I mean, if SC fans are tired and not giving energy, we might get upset, bro. And that could be the end of our college football playoff opportunity. That could be the end of the Big Ten, the chance to compete for a Big Ten championship. So SC fans, we got to bring it. We got to bring this energy. 6:00 game, which is kind of nice, because compared to last year's Friday night game, it was an 8:00 game. So I like a nice early 6:00 game. So yeah, Coliseum. We got to bring the energy. We got to bring the energy for the rest of the year. That's just facts. But now, yeah, let's clap it up for the boys. Got the dub. Little golf clap because we, barely won. But let's dive into the game ballers. This one was absolutely, I don't know if you can speak on this, but for me it was very, very hard to pick these game ballers because we did not have a lot of not opportunity. We just did not have a lot of production.
There was one standout game baller, and I'm gonna keep picking him if he does good. I mean, it's my guy since Michigan.
All right, dive in.
Start it off. My boy King Miller, dog.
Clap it up for King Miller, baby.
Nah, I'll clap it up for real for King, man. King's a wolf out there, man. He was our third string running back, and now he's our first string now because our first two are hurt.
Actually, he was the fourth. He was the fourth string running back.
Wait,
I don't know. That's what they said on the broadcast. That's when I was rewatching the game this morning.
No, well, from what I heard from Lincoln, said he was third.
Who knows?
It was Eli because Eli and Waymo would intertwine every other game, so that you don't really. But it was them two that were the first two strings. Then it was King, and then it's that Jackson guy who's the fourth string. Because Jackson's the second string running back, because King is the first string.
Yeah.
So you just next man up. King's done a great job for the most part. Didn't really have much success against Notre Dame, but they stacked the box well. But this game, he ran all over Nebraska with 18 carries with 129 yards and 1 tutty. Guy's just special out there, and it just shows you hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. Or sometimes there are situations like it's not that Waymo and Eli don't work hard, it's just that they unfortunately got hurt.
Yeah.
Now, next man up type of situation, and he's been doing good. And I expect him to keep that momentum going against Northwestern.
Exactly. Let's one more time. Let's clap it up for the boy, King.
Now, this guy doesn't really get talked about much. I will say, dude, this guy's money. Every time I see him get ready to kick, I always feel like he's going to make it. That's just the confidence I have in him. And I'm going with Ryon Sayeri with my second game baller.
Yep.
Not really nothing crazy, but he was 2 for 2 on field goals with a long of 49 and 1 extra point. But every time he's in the game, I always feel like he's going to come in clutch and make a big kick.
Yeah,
so
I agree.
Let's
clap it up for him. He's only missed one this whole entire year, so he's been money.
He's been money, man, money. And then all the passing stats look absolute atrocious from what he's.
Oh Jesus! Don't even tell me what the passing stat is.
I am. I mean, I'm looking at it here, and this is not Jayden Maiava numbers by any means. The only reason why he's up there is because of his rushing yards. But yeah, 9 for 23. That's just not great at all. That's a terrible percentage.
That's horrible.
With 135 yards passing, not good either.
135 is okay.
I mean, not
Maiava numbers.
Not bad, not great.
Yes.
Leave it at that. But on the upside, did have 11 carries with a long of 17 yards and a total of 62 yards rushing and a touchdown.
Wow, 11! I didn't know he ran the ball 11 times. I saw the anyways, That's
Hey,
impressive.
clap it up for the rushing yards.
Yes,
Clap
go,
it up for
bro.
the rushing yards.
Pad up his
You didn't
rushing
do-
yard stats, bro.
Hey, you didn't do great passing, but you stepped up in another way.
Yeah.
You play within your means and you step up in your capabilities, great things will happen. And hopefully he gets the confidence to run the ball now that he just ran for 62 yards.
Mm-hmm.
So
Let's use that. Hey, that's going to be big, especially Oregon game. So, just throwing that out there.
Yeah, I agree.
Let's clap it up one more time for Anthony's game ballers. King Miller. Ryan.
King Miller, you're a dog.
Yep. King Miller's a dog. King Miller, Ryon Sayeri, and Jayden Maiava. So now my game ballers, like I said, were so hard to pick because I just had a general feeling that my brother was going to pick the two easiest ones. I mean, obviously King Miller and Jayden Maiava.
Why would I not, though? Why would I not?
I mean, that's just because you're being lazy. Sorry. Just kidding.
Nah.
It's just easy for you. It's just easy for you to pick them.
Nah. It's called I go with what my eyes see. I see greatness is what I pick.
Yeah, anyways, so for me it was a little harder knowing that he was gonna pick those two people. Ryon Sayeri was definitely a wild card because who expects to pick a kicker? So shout out to kickers for the brand, like Pat McAfee says. But anyways, my first game baller.
I can't believe you just said that, but okay.
That's his brand. What are you talking about? My first game baller is gonna be Tanook Hines. Okay, let's clap it up for Tanook. Not the best stat line by all means, and hear me out. He only had 2 receptions. 2 receptions for 41 yards. But those 2 receptions were very crucial in keeping some of the drives alive in the 3rd and 4th quarter. Okay? So that's why I picked him. We need somebody to step up. Jacoby was not doing SHIT at all. Okay? He had like 3 or 4 drops, and that's because Maiava had inaccuracy issues to him. Makai, he had less yardage than Tanook. Okay? So those were Tanook and my next game baller were the top 2 receivers before our stars. So that tells you something of how much our top 2 wide receivers did not do shit this whole game. So let's clap it up one more time. I mean, stat line's not beautiful. Don't get me wrong. Stat line is not beautiful. So Tanook Hines, 2 receptions, 41 yards. Game baller number 2. And this one was really crucial. And I also had a hard time picking this one. But like I said, big time players make big time plays in big time games. So I'm going to go with Jaden Richardson. Okay? He's our 4th string wide receiver. And the only reason why I picked him was because he had 1 reception for 43 yards. And it was that flea flicker play that was huge because that's what sparked the touchdown, game-winning touchdown drive. So, shout out to the boy Jaden Richardson. Let's give him a round of applause. Stat line's not beautiful, but it is what it is. And then my last one, it was just so hard because it's just I didn't know who to pick at this point. But this is going to go out to the Sharks only for the second half. The whole entire USC defense. The Sharks stepped up when they needed to in that second half. They gave up 14 points in the first half and only gave up 3 in the second half. So let's clap it up for the Sharks. USC defense is my 3rd game baller. So yeah, very hard to choose from my end as far as game ballers because not much going on during this game. So let's clap it up for all 6 game ballers. Do better next week, baby. We got to do better. But with that being said, I mean, we ain't got nothing else to talk about, really. So let's wrap this episode up. Episode 9. Number 3, I wish we were number 3 in the nation. Number 23, USC got the dub. 21-17 over Nebraska. And now we're on to the Northwestern Wildcats, I think is what they are.
And now we're ranked 20.
Yes, we are. We are now 20. We didn't really move up, but it's all right. It is what it is.
3 spots is 3 spots.
That's what I'm saying. But oh well. Let's break it down here. Do you want to break it down, or do you who wants to break it?
That's you, bro.
All right, bro.
You do it.
Let's break it down here. Thank you so much again for everyone who does watch and support. We appreciate you guys.
Appreciate it.
Tune in next week for the Northwestern one. Let's break it down. Fight on 3. Fight on me. 1, 2, 3. Fight on, baby. Catch you guys in the next one. Have a good rest of your week.
Peace.